Those winds are howling across the Permian Basin into portions of the Big Country Contra Valley this morning. I think we'll keep the worst of the winds until about 7 p.m. And with that, I think we could see some potential patchy dust. I think more into the early afternoon hours, as we did have a little bit of that rainfall. The ground is still wet, but those westerly winds, especially with a lot of that drier air, will begin to help things dry out and help be able to pick up a little bit of that dust, I think, again, into the early afternoon, into the evening hours. With this, there is a very low fire weather concern. I think especially more south of the I-20 corridor, where rain pretty much stay rather limited, and that'll be a similar story heading into tomorrow. So make sure you just give yourself a little bit of extra time out there for the commute this morning and just have both of those hands on the wheels. We do have some new wind advisories in effect into near areas of Carlsbad, Artesia, pushing into Fort Davis and Alpine for those gusts upwards of 55 miles per hour. That's going to remain in effect, at least for the worst of those winds, until about 6 p.m. Central Time, and we'll keep a breeze a little bit after. Otherwise, for those higher elevated terrain into the Guadalupe Mountains, those gusts are going to still be elevated up to near 70 miles per hour. Think of it, that's nearly hurricane force winds up into the highest peaks of the mountains, and that's going to remain in effect until about 9 p.m. tonight. Gusting already up to near 50 into Carlsbad. We're around 46 miles per hour, 42 into Pecos, gusting up to near 50 in Midland this morning. We're gusting around 45 miles per hour, with the winds are just slowly a bit more calmer, around 20 to 30 miles an hour. For those wind gusts, we're still working with that southerly wind, but that dry line is pushing through quick alongside some of those showers and thunderstorms. We're going to remain dry for the basin for the rest of the day. Most of the showers are more so into the northeastern portions of the Big Country, as some of it is trying to pack a punch. We do have a few lightning strikes. It could be a little loud this morning, but I think these storms are going to be out rather quickly. And at least if you are traveling up into near areas of Wichita Falls, there has been some reports of some near pea-sized hail up into that direction. So keep that in mind. But for the most part, those storms will be out within about the next hour or so. And all of us are going to be working with those clear skies, but very windy conditions throughout the rest of the day. Gusting up to near 35 to 45 into the kind of light brown color, those isolated gusts up to 55 miles per hour, especially for our western counties. The further south and east that you go into the southern portions of the Contra Valley, into the heartland, a little bit into the hill country, around 30 to 35 miles per hour. Then, of course, those gusts up into the mountains into 70 miles an hour. I think those winds will tame down after 7 p.m. We'll have a breeze tonight, pick up on the winds tomorrow into the afternoon, around 30 to 35 miles per hour. Those winds will calm off the further east that you go, up to near 50 into the mountains. I think some patchy dust is still going to be possible tomorrow as well for Friday, but we're going to be working with that westerly winds, and those winds will soon turn into that northwesterly wind, as we'll have a cold front that will be able to come through into the later portions of the evening, which will drop temperatures as we head into Saturday. Could be gusting up to near 30 to 35 miles per hour. As this cold front does begin to pass, it will also be a little bit of snow into the panhandle, so if you're heading up in that direction, definitely keep that in mind. But it's going to be dry for us, rather just going to be rather chilly. I think we'll be into the 20s and 30s for the morning hour, and heading into around Saturday, I think highs are going to struggle to get back into the 40s and 50s. So today we're going to stay into the 60s, just be rather breezy and unsettled, hitting around 66 into Midland and Odessa. Going to be more 70s across portions of the Big Country and Contra Valley as we go in throughout much of our Thursday. We'll keep a breeze heading into Friday due to the cold front that will be arriving, but look at those temperatures heading into Saturday and Sunday. Certainly going to be some cooler conditions. We'll have a breeze on Saturday, so it will feel colder at times. Those overnight lows will be into the 20s and 30s for several mornings heading into Monday, where we'll begin to kind of warm back up heading into early next week.